Just a couple little notes. According to the VIN number, this is a F37 chassis that was built by Ford, and it was evidently built, or I should say, it was when it was built. A lot of tow truck modifications were made, and also it was sold to U-Haul. Well, one thing I found out, having parked it here next to the Grove, got a lot of rats. And the rats decided to take residence here in the duct system and in between the steel walls of the frame. So I had to dig them all out, vacuum it all up, and also found them behind the blend door, the AC. Of course, they had to be getting in somewhere. And after taking off the fender liner, I discovered that there was a nice manufactured hole, I guess, for the air intake. So I foamed it up and put a screen on it. Just stuck it on with the foam, which is holding it very well. And I hope that is the only major access. Seems to be taken care of them so far. And also one thing on the fuel filter, it's underneath the cab on the frame, directly below the driver's side door. I had to basically chisel the old one off. I think the previous installers did not have a clean surface because there was evidence of water right on top between the seal and the O-ring. So I've spent some time and I've cleaned this up, sanded it with some, I don't know, about, just curious myself now, I don't know, it's about 400 grit, maybe 200 grit wet sandpaper. So I have a really good surface now to put the new one on. And these did come off fairly decent. Not a major issue. But getting the actual filter off the mount, God, that was extreme. That took about, I don't know, at least 40 minutes. I had to resort to, like I said, using a hammer and chisel. And I was finally able to loosen it enough to get a filter wrench on it. And just work it back and forth about 1/16 of an inch each way until I was finally able to break the seal. And there was a lot of rust. And looked like calcium buildup, but some type of residue left behind, I think by moisture. And that's just a couple issues with these older, like I said, F37 chassis.